What is going on? Why do you think that the U.S. is so quick to go help Israel fight against the Palestinians? Why? They know that the Jewish people in Israel are not the original people. Oh, no, no, no. They are definitely not. The original people are black people and people of color. So why did one lady, Judith Shore, she was an Israeli consul, say that the biggest threat in Israel is the younger black community? Why do they feel so threatened? Why? Because you know why? They know that the black people were the original chosen ones, the original ones that were there. The people over there now, they took over all that land, just like they're trying to take over all of Palestine. They have taken so much land from Palestine also. But watch what this lady says about the black community being Israel's biggest problem. Like, what? Did you just tell on yourselves? Man, the U.S. is evil. The U.S. is evil, not the people in it, because I am from the U.S. But what I'm saying, all this shit is crazy. We have U.S. soldiers over there going to sit there and kill innocent kids, women, children, elderly men, everything in Palestine. But how did black people, all of a sudden, young black people, and the community of black people, all of a sudden become the problem to Israel? Please explain this to me. Is it because your guilt's starting to get to you? But watch this clip.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
You know, I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community when we're all the way over here. We don't have no land. We don't have no communities. We don't have no commodities. We don't have any resources. We don't have any bombs. We don't have any nuclear weapons. We don't have any missiles. You know, we don't have any military. You know, why would we be the biggest threat? Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with? What do we have to do with anything y'all got going on? Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? Perhaps. Because I doubt that, you know, a lie would be a big threat to an entire country. I don't think a lie would. But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed and the world knows that. Time's up.
This is quite interesting. We have Ambassador Judith Varney Schorer, Consulate General of Israel, said some quite astonishing things concerning the biggest threat to Israel. Let's roll the clip.
Holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Schorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
Interesting. Not Hamas, not Palestine, not ISIS, not none of those things. The biggest threat to Israel, major problem is the young generation of the black community. Why is that? Why do you guys think that? Probably because them people over there aren't those people over there. Like, Bible prophecy is just opening up right before everybody's eyes, and the majority of the Western world is fooled, is deceived, is drunk, completely intoxicated with the false narrative. Why would she say that? How in the world is black folks, the young black folks, a threat to Israel? Probably because we are Israel. But I'll just leave that there.
Welcome back to On Contact. We continue our conversation about the Israel lobby with Ali Abunimah and Max Blumenthal. So you were making the point before the break about how they twist the narrative in terms of the press. And I think that what we see from the documentary series is that in that they are often very effective.
Well, just picking up where I left off, I mean, I was talking about them actually buying support where they have none. And, you can see the echo chamber here clearly, but there's also a really revealing scene at the conference of the IAC, which is the right wing of AIPAC, a Sheldon Adelson and Adam Milstein front, Israel-America Coalition or conference. And Kleinfeld, the undercover reporter, goes to a seminar, which is off the record, and you have Israeli officials sitting on a panel complaining about African Americans and specifically young black Americans being the biggest crisis for Israel, for the pro-Israel lobby. And this really shows, I mean, this casts the Mark Lamont Hill firing by CNN, and a really talented African American commentator who spoke at the UN and gave this rousing speech for Palestinian rights and lost his job, casts it in a new light. The Atlanta consul of the Israeli embassy says, we need to basically target African Americans.
This is just a test. The big one comes later. This is just a test. The big one comes later. This is just a test. The big one comes later.
You wish to test me? Good.